follows a retired soldier-turned-reporter who is given a coveted interview with a death row inmate. What he learns thrusts him into Atlanta's shadowy underworld, where he'll have to utilize his military training to survive being hunted for having information that could topple the most powerful ruling class in the city. This full-color graphic novel is available in hardcover, paperback, and pocketbook editions. Crowdfunding now through Dinales.com.
Look at that. We're live for another Joke and Adventure Hour. This is Monday, June 15, 2026. Hello to X Rumble and BitChute. Hello to YouTube. Hello to Lurkers Bot. Hello to the chat. Hello to George.
Greetings, everybody. Greetings.
We stream every night because the stories are real, but the news is fake.
Oh, yeah.
Before we jump in, be sure you get your copy of the Immortal Mask 200-page graphic novel on sale now at Dinales.com, CriticalBlast.com, Amazon.com.
Yep.
.coms. All right, this is from Polymark. Actress Laverne Cox claims she lost 90% of her incomes due to Trump's DEI cuts. Polymark, you're incorrect. Remember, there's no such things as actress anymore. It's only actor. Actor.
Wait a minute. She made money off of a what?
She's an actor that made money because she was a DEI.
So she was getting paid for
her specialness.
And that specialness was
she was a T of the T community.
Uh-huh.
Yes. So, all the T characters would go to T her. If you believe in that things. So many pronouns, so many times. Mm-hmm. You can't decide left or right.
Up or down.
Up or down. Liz Churchill, UK freedom fighter Tommy Robinson has been detained at Heathrow Airport. His phone has been seized. He's been charged under Section 3 of the Counterterrorism and Border Security Act of 2019. We're not backing down. This is going to backfire spectacularly.
Every single time.
The more you try to detain the man, the more power you give to the man. President Trump, this was yesterday, years after saving the Woolman skating rink in Central Park, long before I fixed the reflecting pool, everything in Washington, D.C., including, most importantly, crime. So, and the Wooler rink is that famous rink, ice rink that they always show in New York, with the big Christmas tree and everything.
Yep.
That's the one they're talking about. Yeah, I fixed it. Out of his three sons, Barron is the one who's like taking all of his appearance. Stephen Linebaugh. After so many artists back out, God has stepped in as the great dramatics, architect, musician, painter, and dedicator of the 250th. So this is what happened during yesterday's event.
Wait, you mean lightning hit George Washington?
Yeah. Yeah.
They got the rainbow, they got the lightning, and they got the eagle.
Yeah.
And then also the flybys.
Exactly. It's hilarious.
Wow, that's like a double whammy, triple whammy.
Shoot. I missed it. Dang it. I missed it. Maybe it's this one. Is it this one? Dang it. Okay. It's this one. There it is. What's funny is this is when I posted this one or saw this one. Quacknet Maxer, you thought they were joking? CBN.com. Witches report their spells against Trump aren't working. He has a shield.
That is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, Loki. Just Loki. The left was hoping that the weather could ruin the birthday cage match. Instead, it made Trump look like a literal wizard. I have the power.
The shield of God protects you. The shield of God protects you.
Exactly. So interesting. So interesting. They were doing cage fight till 1 a.m. last night.
I wanted to see it. I thought it was a public view, but you have to sign up with Paramount and all that stuff. That was total bullshit. This was something the White House staged.
Yeah,
it should have been free to air, even through the WhiteHouse.gov.
Yeah.
Well, that was total bullshit.
I know. Colonel Talon Watkins, a sitting senator in the U.S. Congress, is openly advocating for Marxism, anarchy, and the total destruction of the U.S. legal system. Now what? Jeff Clark, watch as Senator Whitehouse says he wants to delimitate acting AG Todd Blanche with disbarment and criminal charges. All right.
Outside of the case, not just a contempt in the case, but disciplinary action for attorney misconduct. And she can also make criminal referrals for fraud, obstruction, perjury, and so forth. So the potential consequences at the end of what would be a very debilitating process for them with the spotlight on their mischief could end up being really significant sanctions. I mean, you could have the acting attorney general, former deputy attorney general, and attorney general nominee of the United States disbarred over this if the evidence leads in that direction.
That would be the same thing as what happened to Mayor Merrick Garland. The same argument could have been said to, the last attorney general. And you know what happened? Nothing happened. George?
Yep.
Now, here's an interesting thing, George. I'm going to read this, and you tell me what you think. Breaking 911. This happened June 14th, right?
Mm-hmm.
Update. 12 people were killed after a plane carrying 11 skydivers and a pilot crashed near the Butler Memorial Airport in Butler, Missouri.
Wow. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Butler.
This happens to occur on President Trump's birthday.
Oh no, not the Trumpmeister's birthday.
Yeah, Butler, George, Butler.
Maybe they're trying to buttle something.
A message, maybe a message, maybe not a message, maybe just coincidence.
Buttle this, buttle that.
The general. The White House is accusing the Weather Channel of putting fake news weather reports to discourage people from attending the UFC event.
Uh-oh. That blows.
In the common vernacular, right, George, you would say the White House is accusing the Weather Channel of orchestrating weather manipulation. I believe that would be the correct vernacular. Amused, drive-by media. The Democrats are running the Weather Channel. Did everything to keep the people from going to Freedom 250 events yesterday. The Weather Channel, the UFC Freedom 250 is facing a chaotic weather setup on the White House southern lawn with 60% chance of thunderstorm, heavy downpours, wind gusts up to 30 miles
What
per
a bunch
hour,
of assholes.
threatening to delay the outdoor fights. On top of the storm risk, brutal DC humidity is driving a triple-digit heat index alongside massive swarms of mosquitoes and gnats that fighters will have to battle inside the cage, while the venue's massive 92-foot overhang will keep the uh, octagon dry. A single lightning struck within 8 miles will trigger an automatic 30-minute freeze of the entire event.
Wow.
You might as well just throw, with a side of with a risk of tornadoes and hurricane in a weather phenomenon, and hail, hot hail.
That would make everyone show up for that.
Yeah, get pummeling. Ow! It hurts. It hurts here, it hurts there, it hurts everywhere. The White House, the deal with the Islamic Republic of Iran is now complete. Congratulations to all, President Donald Trump. So, Donald J. Trump from Truth Social, the deal with the Islamic Republic of Iran is now complete. Congratulations to all. I hereby fully authorize the toll-free opening of the Strait of Hormuz, and simultaneously here within, authorize the immediate removal of the United States Navy blockade ships of the world. Start your engine. Let the oil flow. President Donald J. Trump. So apparently the finalizations would be on the 19th. Apparently.
Wow.
Huh. That's interesting. The 19th, you don't say.
Things to make them.
Keir Starmer's my statement on today's agreement between the United States and Iran. I warmly welcomes today's agreement reached down between the United States and Iran. AKA, I hate that this is happening. This is a hugely important step towards ending the war, ensuring regional stability, and reopening the Strait of Hormuz. We don't like this because you took away our Lloyd's clientels, and now we are actually losing money because we don't have control of the Strait of Hormuz. I congratulate President Trump and the mediators from Pakistan, Qatar, and elsewhere who contributed to this breakthrough because we weren't part of it and we weren't agreeing with this. We have long de-escalation, and this is the process we hope to see. We didn't hope to see this. We hope to regain control, but we didn't get it. Attention must now turn fully implementing the memorandums of the understanding to ensure that the strait reopens and remain fully and permanently open, and that the details elements of the nuclear agreements are finalized. We will follow the demands that the United States put on Great Britain and Europe, even though we hate it. We stand by to support technical talks now that will now begins. Our priority is that this becomes a durable and lasting peace, and we'll work with the international partners to support that. Yeah, you hear a lot of cursing.
Yeah.
We are clear that the troll-free freedom of navigation must now be restored in the Strait of Hormuz against our will, because we used to control that area, and that's why we were able to jack up premiums with Lloyd's Insurance. Now that isn't happening. To begin, the easy and severe economic impacts that has been felt for several months on the families here in the UK around the world. Okay, we give up. We've been bleeding because of this. We will continue to work with the partners to support this, including, if required, through the setting up of defensive, independent, multilateral missions with which the UK and France have taken a leading role in planning up to this point, particularly to offer support on mine clearance in a agreed way. Now that we've been bitch slapped down, we're going to drag our feet and actually commit to doing things. For the peace to endure, it's essential the commitments that the commitment made, particularly in relation to Iran's nuclear program, are robust, verifiable, and fully implemented. It remains UK's firm and long-standing position that Iran must never have a nuclear weapon. Now that the United States actually
so much
it.
tough talk, eh?
Yeah. No, this is where when a bitch gets bitch slapped and trying to keep a face. This is diplomatically, we got our ass kicked. We were using Iran as a proxy war. We're the ones who were suffering because of the oil, and the greatest money that we were receiving was through Lloyd's, which the United States has taken over because now they're using their military blockade or military navy, their navy forces to use lower premiums, and all the premiums are no longer going to the city of London. In UK, it's now going to the United States coffers.
Wow.
So this was an economic war. Mario, foreign men are learning about cheerleading in the US during the World Cup. His face says, "You're telling me there's scantily clad women who encourage players to focus and win?"
Hey guys, it's Jamie from Mario's team, and check out how these visitors to the United States are reacting to cheerleaders that they're seeing for the first time. Man, I hope his wife's not sitting next to him, because he's not doing a very good job of hiding his excitement. Look at his face. He's tearing up. Welcome.
It's called resetting the factory reset. He's been in Europe where any cheerleader are not even good looking. They're probably guys. George?
Wow. I mean, really, wow.
Yeah, that's the state of Europe. That a European back in the 90s, 80s, or 70s, this would have been normal. The fact that he's like, I don't believe it. This is actually a real thing means Europe went really left to the point that this is like unreality. I thought those were only in the movie, not reality. You are in the movie.
Village.
All right, George, I need you to translate this bullshit.
Go ahead.
Discussing films, Kathleen Kennedy says that Harrison Ford and Steven Spielberg struggled with the inclusion of aliens in the Kingdom of Crystal Skull. They didn't want to do a Raiders movie that involved aliens, and they kind of got into a fight with George Lucas about it.
Yeah, George Lucas wouldn't fight Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
It was Kathleen Kennedy that whispered in his ear. That's my corporate speak on it. Because
all right. Go ahead.
It falls in line. It literally falls in line with all the bullshit that we've seen Kathleen Kennedy exhibit. Kingdom of the Crystal Skull has got to be the stupidest Indiana Jones movie. You know, they should have had it grounded in human history, not alien history.
Yeah,
like everything else.
Exactly.
Prior.
Yeah, you could tell there was conflicts. There was like a schizophrenic editing with Kingdom Skull that wasn't with the original three.
Yep.
Oh, wait, who also introduced some supernatural element of time traveling? Oh, wait, yeah. Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah, it literally falls in line with what she did with whatever that movie is called.
Yeah.
Indy 5, I think it's called.
Indy 5, yeah.
Okay.
You know, it's amazing. Her Indy 5 made Indy 4 actually better.
Yes.
Dude posting their W, Scotch took over a Boston bar and began to sing "Take Me Home, Country Roll." It would fit.
Yep.
You know, if they're that excited with taking the whole country road in Boston, imagine when they get to the southern Appalachia, where there's a lot of more Scottish brooms. They're going to be like, wait a minute, does Scottish here? Yes. That's why a lot of our pronunciations are a lot of Scottish in the southern.
You're the long lost clan of homeland.
Yes, there's a lot of McLeods here. That's why nobody blinked. You know, this is the reason why somebody like Christopher Lambert was a Frenchman pretending to be a Scottishman, and a Spaniard between and a Scottishman trying to be a Spaniard, which never made sense. Was able to do the film with nobody blinking, not just because it was an 80s flick, but also because, you know, people can say, yeah, that's technically possible in America. Direxo singer Oliver Tree has reportedly died in a helicopter crash in Rio Janeiro. Two helicopters collided in midair before crashing into an electric vehicle yard, killing all 6 people. Via CNN Brazil. That's so odd, George.
Strange.
The singer was 32 years old.
Was.
Oliver Tree's last video on the internet is currently resurfacing as he revealed he feels his life is in danger, or was in danger, after he left his record label, Atlanta Records. They told me to watch my back and I'll regret leaving them. I just wanted better for my career. So, looks like something's happening.
So he looks like a girly boy, and he wanted better for his career.
Yeah.
Those two things do not connect.
Maybe that's the reason why. Maybe the reason why he wanted to leave, so he can change again. Inside a paper, President Trump announces a July 4th rally in Washington to mark the U.S. 250 anniversary. Well, we knew that was going to happen. You know? It's not breaking. It's kind of like it wouldn't be Trump if he didn't have a rally. You know? I hope it's a monster truck rally this time.
Oh, yeah. Monster trucks going over the White House. Oh,
exactly.
Yeah.
Get every masculine type of sports in the White House.
Yep.
Boxing match, you know. Dr. Don Michael, shocking discovery they bury. Hydroxychloroquine doesn't just fight virus. It turns virus into precision-guided cancer killer. It allows the virus to attack cancer cells while leaving healthy cells completely untouched. This comes straight from Dr. Richard Orso, ophthalmologist and member of the American Frontline Doctors, in a powerful presentation. Why was this information suppressed and data obscure? Because a cheap decade-old drug could selectively destroy cancer would be catastrophic for a multi-trillion-dollar cancer industry. They don't want you to know this. They want you to be dependent on expensive treatment forever. The truth is out. Share it before it gets buried again. All right, Dr. Don Michael. You know, cool. So, there you go. Would you like me to play the video?
No, because it's going to get struck from YouTube.
Okay.
You read the important information.
Yeah, right. So there you go. Do your due diligence. Investigate. Concerned citizen up to 16. The only way in which you get to communicate is the most radical left-wing site available. It's not a coincidence that both Australia and the UK has banned every social media site for under U16 except Blue Sky, a site where maps and trans identify along with other radical left ideologies are promoted as normal.
And in Australia on social media for kids under 16, that this ban includes Instagram and TikTok, but does not include Blue Sky.
Also includes YouTube.
Oh no!
If that's true, that is crazy.
That would be interesting.
you're like up until 16 years old, the only way you get to communicate is the most radically leftist site available. And in Australia.
You know what's so beautiful is now people are rediscovering Blue Sky and how unhinged it is with a lot of map people on there. I mean, let me clarify. Openly map people. So there you go. You know, not saying anything. You make your own decisions. And for those who are saying, what is map? What's wrong with maps, right? Maps is a new subculture of the LGBTQ plus many multi-letter alphabet group, but maps means minor attracted persons. Make it as you will. Oh, I already read this one. Do 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 do. Oh, by the way, Fox is in talks of buying Riku in a $22 billion
Roku,
deal.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why.
Maybe
doesn't make
the Roku is such a terrible system. It's a sloppy system that's put together.
Mm-hmm.
It's I mean, you literally have to be what we call a computer engineer to get it working.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's crazy. But you know what? Those guys who are Roku, they're getting the payday of their lives.
Yep. They're going like, oh, those dumb fucks. Okay, let's sell. Now.
Yeah, let's sell. Let's see. By the way, this is from Breaking 911. A proposed California tax targeting billionaires no longer expected to reach the ballot amidst an ongoing wave of departure by ultra-wealthy resident whose combined fortune tops $1 trillion. Polymark billionaire wealth tax is no longer projected to be on the California ballot as billionaires worth a combined $1 trillion plus flee the state in historic wealth exodus.
Wow.
You can hear the suction from California right there.
Yep.
Listen to this. This is from Dexro again. Viral dopamine sites are letting users shop without actually spending money. The site featured non-existent products review and promotion and let users check out and track their courier, all without actually buying anything. It's a fake website where you fake shop so you hit that dopamine hit.
Wow.
Wow. This is the stage we got to.
They let you fake shop?
It's a fake it's a website with fake shopping. Yeah. You order it, you review it, you make things, and then you watch it, and then you watch your package, track your non-existent package.
Gee whiz.
Zero Hedge, Swedish Parliament abolished permanent residence visa for migrants. In a recent vote in Parliament, they have made it stricter and removed permanent residency for those moving forward from July 10th and onward. They're having stricter reasons and no longer easy access for permanent residency. There's more stringent restrictions to become a permanent resident in Sweden. Well, geez, I guess you know opening the doors didn't help your culture improve any. It worsened and diluted it.
Huh.
Who would have thought, George? Listen to this, George.
It's a one-way ticket, I tell you.
One-way ticket to the bootstraps. Listen to this. This is Acro Histories. In 1969, a bank teller sold $215,000 from his own bank and vanished. He lived as Thomas Rendelel for 51 years, never caught. On his deathbed in 2021, he confessed to his family and begged his daughter to keep it a secret. Instead, she made a podcast. Theodore John Conrad, a 20-year-old bank teller in Cleveland, Ohio, walked out of his bank with $215,000 in cash, the equivalent of more than $1.8 million today, and disappeared. Inspired partly by the film The Thomas Crown Affair, Conrad carefully planned the theft, evaded authority by assuming a new identity, Thomas Rendell, and for more than 5 decades he lived an apparently ordinary life. He married, raised a family, and worked as a golf professional and car salesman, and avoided the mistake that often led fugitives to capture. Despite being one of the longest running unresolved bank theft cases in U.S. history, he was never arrested. In 2021, as he was dying of lung cancer, Conrad confessed his true identity to his family. Shortly afterwards, the U.S. Marshal confirmed that Thomas Rendell and Theodore Conrad were indeed the same person, finally closing the case that remained open for 52 years. The story gained renewed attention when Conrad's daughter, Ashley Rendell, shared the family secret through a podcast, Smokescreen, My Dad is My Fugitive Dad. Conrad successfully evaded capture longer than many notorious fugitives. When authority finally identified him in 2021, he has been living under his assumed identity for over twice as long as he had lived under his real name. History Pictures.
Wow.
What's the moral of the story? Don't tell your daughter your secret. George?
I mean, wow.
Yeah.
He could have had the world record.
Yeah.
And now it's, and now it's set to 52 years.
Exactly. Eric, the price of oil is plummeting to $80 per barrel after President Trump's deal. Stocks are surging, and the experts have to look away from Trump's winning. The Dow is nearly 52,000 points. So if it goes any further, we're reaching back to $2 gasoline, George.
Yeah, I see problems on the horizon.
Oh yeah, do elaborate.
Yeah, some people are not happy with that peace in the Middle East.
I wonder who isn't happy with peace in the Middle East.
The unpeaces people.
The unpeaces people.
What's this?
Eric, Justin, Iran did not get what they wanted in President Trump's strong Iran deal. The U.S. is not leaving the region, and Iran is getting zero in unfrozen assets unless it comply. The Strait of Hormuz is set to open fully on Friday. They want the U.S. forces to leave the Middle East and abandon all bases. That's not going to happen, even if there was a drawdown of the military. There are still thousands of forces prepared. This is an economic leverage. They don't get sanction relief they want and need if the U.S. doesn't get everything they want. So apparently, there's people saying, hey, there's Trump. Iran is saying that they're going to get $300 billion for reconstructions and the $24 billion on frozen, blah, blah, blah things, right?
Yeah.
And Trump is saying, no, that's not true. So we'll find out what's true or not true, right? Toon Hive, potential Paramount Warner's Discovery merger could have a major impact on Atlanta. Up to 6,000 layoffs are expected, with Atlanta's likely the hardest hit due to the overlapping operation. WBD Techwood campus could reportedly be sold. Fewer films and TV production could mean less work for major Georgia studio like Trillion Assembly Shadowbox Studios. The cut would come after the recent downsigning at TCM, Adult Swim, and Cartoon Network. Turner Classic Movies. Turner Classic Movie was only made because Ted Turner liked the classic movies and wanted a channel.
Oh, boy.
Captain Planet. Vashi, I couldn't find a current comprehensive visual map of who owns Hollywood in 2026, so I made a cheat sheet. You're going to have to update this a little bit. All right. Major studio. Disney owns Disney, Pixar, Marvel Studio, Lucasfilm, 20th Century, Searchlight Pictures, streamers, Disney, Hulu's now Disney Plus. Comcast, NBC Universal owns Universal's Focus. DreamWorks Illumination has Peacock, going to be changed as well. Warner Brother Discovery is now with Paramount, so Paramount, Warner Discovery, join Bofley. Warner Bros. New Lines, DC Studios, Warner Brothers Picture Animation, Paramount Picture, Nickelodeon, CBS, BET Studios. They both have 2 streaming service. The service on Warner's side is HBO Max, Discovery Plus. Paramount has Paramount Plus, Pluto TV. So Pluto TV is Paramount, George.
Oh, boy.
And BET Plus. And then they also have Showtime underneath that. Netflix. It's Netflix. Apple Original Films, Apple Original TV, Apple Plus TV. Star Studios, AMC Networks, AMC Studio, Independent Films are LJE Films, AMC, Shutters, Acorn. These are all the streamers. And then you have a few selective: Lionsgate, 824, Neon, Bleecker Street, Roadside, and Magnolia Pictures. So this is all of Hollywood, George. That's kind of depressing. It consolidated, they could put it all in one sheet, George.
So let this sink in. Oh no, the Netflix Warner Brothers deal is a problem. And then you look at the big picture, go like, no, it's not.
It's just who wants to be your daddy, bigger daddy. It's like Pac-Man eating himself. He ate all the ghosts. Now he has to consume. All right. Defiant L, Jillian Michaels.
You know what I find so funny is that Obama, who shamed all of the black men for not voting for Harris, then went to frickin' Virginia and campaigned against the black woman who's a Marine, a small business owner, I think has 2 master's degrees, was the lieutenant governor for a white liberal who worked for the CIA. I mean, I don't think either party is perfect, but the fact that the left just thinks they have the absolute moral authority on racial matters is staggering to me. Absolutely mind-blowing.
It's so let me put it in this way, Jillian. It's so comically obvious because they need to be comically obvious so you, who's been asleep for all these years, can point out to your listeners who's been asleep for all these years how comically ridiculous the whole thing is in the situation. But if you take a real moment and review the past 40 to 50 years, you'll realize that they have done that expertly. Now, you're probably going to be wondering, well, if that's the case, what happened? What happened is that Donald Trump, with the military, came into the scene and basically made changes. And you're seeing the dismantling of the old guard, which is the Uniparty. And he took over the Republican first. That was his first term. Now he's cleaning out the Democrats in his second term. And all the people that you have in here these are people who have been flipped for leniency, or people who's been replaced with somebody who looks like them, because there are body doubles. There are people that looks like other people in the world. There's such things as body doubles, and you know what? When that person lost weight and they don't look quite like themselves, they could have been replaced. So just think about that. Cap After Dark, yo, hey Cap, how you doing?
Greetings.
So yeah, so it's a beautiful thing. I'm glad you're waking up. I'm glad you're waking your audience up. Keep doing it, because the more people are awake, the more lights is shining upon these corrupt individuals, the faster we get a republic back. Excuse me. Kevin Sorbo, Hercules. The left decided to counter the 250 celebration by doing this. I don't think the right will ever recover. All right.
Oh, you fascists bound to lose. You're bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose. Hey there, all you fascists. Let me put you straight. When you come for the rest of us, we'll fight you at the gate and you will lose. You fascists bound to lose. Oh, you fascists bound.
The hell is this?
They're trying to go. They're trying to go country on us. That's how desperate they are. That they're going country. We must go country. We must speak the language of the right. Quick, what's the most right thing they could do? Country. Give us some country singing. Remember Beyonce? Cowboy hats. Lord Bebo, so Blue Sky will be a bunch of minor attractive person, British kid. It's gonna get weird as F. Be sure your kids will not go to Blue Sky, for fuck's sakes. So Nazi of X survived the great Twitter exodus of 2024. Here to share Trumptar, conservative cycles on X, minor attractive person, 2S LGBTQIA+.
They're confessing this?
Yes, it's on their profile. Val H, programmer, hacker, anime enjoyer. I am a minor attractive person. If you have any questions, you can contact me freely, but please be kind. Please don't follow me. It's creepy unless you really want. Not for safe work. Warning, disorder, ADHD, autism, schizophrenia, DID.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Just remember, right? Before you start bashing Blue Sky, that Twitter had all of these people on Twitter, or X, formerly Twitter. And all these people left because Elon Musk, one, bought, right? Two, cleaned out the moderation by firing all the leftist people. And three, making it available to the whole global community to self-correct itself. Guess what? It self-corrected itself, and it caused all these individuals to leave to Jack Dorsey, creator of Twitter, a new platform. And remember when they first started, that at the first month there was 24 or 35,000 instances of child sexual abuse material found by the moderation team in Blue Sky.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. So I'm guessing that Blue Sky is now coming back into the public awareness because something in Blue Sky or individuals connected to Blue Sky will be in the news in the near future. So you're going to have to watch that space. But don't look at it closely because it's kind of gross. President Trump says Vice President J.D. Vance is expected to travel to Geneva for signing of the Iran peace deal. Trump says Vance will attend specifically for the signing ceremony, while the president himself may also try to Geneva, depending on the scheduling at the G7 summit. Yeah, people sign, and they sign again.
All these signings.
So.
Oh, yes. This is how you barbecue in Florida.
Yes. It's going to be a scorcher.
Frosty Q.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Let's hear it.
Oh, it's a scorcher.
Wow, that feels so good, dude.
How's your stick?
And don't hold it too close because it'll catch on ice.
I like mine frozen.
Oh, this one's cooked perfect.
Florida fires. This is how they should be. I think mine's done.
Who all wants a s'more?
I do. The worst thing about camping is all the smoke going in your face. It just follows me wherever I go. If I sit here, if I sit there.
Right.
The best part is waking up in the morning and there's just a little bit of ice left, and you go and you blow on it, and then you can make a bigger ice.
Those were the days.
Yep.
You only had to be careful with the black bears and panthers. They would snuggle up by the ice. Secretary Kennedy, I want this letter to the editor-in-chief of Toxicology's report, demanding a full explanation for the removal of a published articles examining vaccine and sudden infant deaths. Americans have a right to know why scientific papers are removed, who made those decisions, and what evidence supported them, and whether the same standards are applied consistently. We will restore the trust in public health by insisting on transparency, accountability, open scientific inquiry, not by asking public to accept decisions behind closed doors. Oh,
sounds like
snap.
He was saying it himself.
Yeah, oh, snap, George. You know what this is?
No, what?
He's moving to the phase of connecting childhood vaccine with sudden death syndromes.
Oh, snap.
So we're moving to the phase. So first Tylenol, because it's like, hey, you take Tylenol while you're pregnant or your kid's is dealing with a high fever because of the shots. You might get influenza, may get autism, possibly. This one is now, hey, you're removing published articles that were investigating the connection between vaccine and sudden death syndromes. So the fact that he's doing that, we're moving to the next stage, and now he's prepping the public for that little news. Man, that's going to suck for parents, George.
Yeah.
Can you imagine you're waking up one day and you turn on the news or whatever you hear and suddenly say, hey, sudden death syndromes are caused by overload of the baby's immune system because of the vaccine schedule. And then you're thinking back to your own child who passed away because, you thought a baby cradle or whatever, but realized it's all the vaccine that was injected.
Oh, geez, that's what happened to his kid?
Well, not his kid. I'm just saying in general. I'm just talking in general.
Oh, okay.
That would be the worst feeling ever, and it'll be like impotent rage.
I present you Cope, 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 big Cope, bada bing, bada
boom,
bada big Cope,
bada big Cope. Going to be called a bada bing class action lawsuit, grand class action lawsuits. I wouldn't be surprised if every parents who lost a baby due to sudden death syndrome coming together for a class action lawsuit for that to never happen again. Remember, George, years ago, it was strange that Johnson & Johnson separated from their pharmaceutical Johnson & Johnson. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And we are like, well, isn't that strange that they separated from their pharmaceutical? Why would they do that? Their pharmaceutical is making so much money. It's like saying, hey, Disney has decided to, spin off the Disney park by themselves away from the main company.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. Gavin Newsom, today my wife and I joins Donald Trump's hit list. He has directed his Department of Justice to investigate us. They have not found a crime. They're simply trying to find one. He hasn't come after me because of mean tweets, because I am considering running for president. He hates that I consistently call him out. He is simply the most corrupt president in American history. We have nothing to hide. Mr. President, come after me. I'm not going anywhere. The country is watching. Isn't this beautiful? This is like exactly what they did to Trump, and Trump did the same kind of situation.
Yep.
Except, unlike Trump, they will find something out of Gavin Newsom because he's part of the Pelosi crime family.
Yep.
Shadow of Ezra. Benjamin Netanyahu says he will not comply with the President Trump's peace deal with Iran and will strike Iran and Libya whenever he deems necessary. Netanyahu says he does not see eye to eye with Trump on the issue and that he is responsible for Israel's security.
Yeah, I mean, wow.
Well, if Israel does a false flag on Iran after the peace deal, then that's going to change some attitudes. I don't know what attitudes, but it's going to change some of them.
Yep.
Table saw. Oh boy, I think I might understand why the natives of the most conservative demographic in Canada. Mike Kobe. Natives needs to bear firmly in mind what is the demographics of this nation widely vary from the traditional white majority. It won't be some great development for us. It will be the opposite. We share a history with the whites, good and bad, but it's behind us now. The white likes and admire us, and as little as some of us want to admit it, they have helped us enormously. The newcomers don't give a damn about us. We have no history with the Pakistanis or Afghans or whoever. They're coming to conquer, that's it. If we don't stand with the whites, we will fall together. It's that simple.
Uh-oh.
Looks like the natives are starting to wake up.
The tragedy.
It's gonna be a Thanksgiving miracle, George.
Yeah.
Listen to this. Eric, a Haitian national in Florida, was just convicted in a healthcare fraud conspiracy that involved more than $58 million in false claims targeting Medicare, Medicaid, and private insurers. He will be deported. Jean Alexandre and his fellow fraudster use fake patients, offer them illegal kickback to accept fraudulent prescription and the stolen money through insurance reimbursement. He used the proceeds to buy an entire mansion near Miami, a fleet of luxury cars, including a Bentley and multiple Mercedes, and multiple investment properties. The fraud happened under the 340B drug pricing program, which might need serious changes so this can never happen again. So he'll be deported after serving his sentence. So this guy was able to scam the American taxpayer of $58 million.
This guy is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
If he can do 58 million, imagine what he can do. If he didn't get caught.
He bragged too much, like always.
It just stupid is. This guy's a real peach, isn't he? What an asshole.
Yeah.
I think he's supposed to be there to help the Republicans.
You would think. Eric, Senate Leader John Thune tells President Trump no, they won't attach the Save American Act to the FISA bill, as Trump requests, because it's unrealistic. At every possible opportunity, the Save American Act gets stalled and blocked. It got 50 votes on the floor, nuked the filibuster so J.D. Vance can swoop in and break the tie. Listen to Trump equals a win is simple equation Thune. But here's the question: Trump didn't request to be connected to the FISA. He requested to the government, to the military spending.
So he's already spinning the bullshit.
He's already spinning the bullshit. All right, so somebody who's in TDS status, Ian McKellen, this is from Culture Grave, on Magneto destroying New Jersey in Avengers Doomsday. Who cares? The Russo brothers told me, make it look like as if you hate what you're destroying. So I stood there and I shouted, Mar-a-Lago, the sea and lake? Why are you hating the sea and lake there, Ian? I like the sea and lake.
Yes, something's not connecting here. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't feel right.
I don't know. Maybe he's in tongue in cheek. I think it's tongue in cheek. Maybe.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel right. All right, what's next?
Yeah. We'll find out one way or the other.
One way or another, they're gonna get you.
Wait, is that B-52?
I have no idea, but a
B-52 Strato Fortress bomber has crashed at Edwards Air Force Base in California. No word of casualty at this time, but it's not looking good. Please pray for some miracle for our service members.
Oh boy!
And the secret war continues, George. Let me see. Okay. Grok, who's saying one way or another? We're going to get you.
I don't know. I'm just making that up. I thought I was making it up. Am I wrong?
Let's see. Who's saying one way or another? Blondie. Okay. We were close. Same era. Blondie. Blondie was supposed to be a punk band, but they ended up being their most hits or not punk. Colonel Watkins, Justice Department notified Fairfax County, Virginia Commonwealth Attorney of investigation into this plea bargaining charges decision sentencing policy Wednesday, May 6, 2026. Virginia for Safe Community, Fairfax Sorrel DA Steve Descanto gave child rapist Edwin Faganori a sweetheart plea deal for no jail time. He faced mandatory life in prison. Now he's freed. Why did Descanto be softened pedophile? Faganori arrested for rape under the age of 12 and incest with own child in October 2024. Wow. Edwin pleaded guilty, sentenced to 10 years, 12 months, all suspended, walk free February 2026. That's crazy. Because he's a terror. He is a terror. If you're not terrified, then, I don't know what to say. You're living in a good place. U.S. Embassy Nassau. Ambassador Herschel Walker has an important message for American visiting the Bahamas. Jet ski rental poses a serious risk of injury, death, and sexual assault. U.S. government are banned from renting them, and you should avoid them too. Watch, share, stay safe. This is such an odd thing for the ambassador to say, George.
Are you telling me the jet skis are remote controlled? So when you get on one, they remote control you to a deserted island where they apprehend you, put you in a dungeon, and then they do a lot of heinous stuff that you see in movies only. Like,
Yes.
Tickle you and lavish you with margaritas and massages and even watch sports TV without a what is it called a plan, without a subscription, and you walk away like you just were in heaven, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that kind of thing, George. Let's see.
I saw the end of the world in the US, and it's called Buc-ee's. They say it's a gas station, but that's a lie. A gas station has a sad sandwich and a coffee machine that never works. This place has 120 pumps. 120. Why? Are you refueling the US Air Force? Are you preparing for an alien invasion? That's terrifying. And the mascot is a beaver in a baseball cap. I saw grown men taking photos with a statue of a rodent. In France, we have revolutions. In the US, you bow down to a squirrel on steroids. And inside, the aggression. A man with a knife screaming, "A fresh brisket on the board." Sir, calm down. I just want sparkling water. Don't kill me. But I have a problem. I wanted to hate it. I wanted to be the superior Frenchman snob. But then I ate the beaver nuggets. I don't know what is in them. I think it's sugar, butter, and pure methamphetamine. I ate one, then I had the whole bag in the parking lot like a wild animal. And the toilets, I have to admit it, but they are nicer than my apartment. You could eat the brisket off the floor in the bathroom. It's cleaner than the hospital. So I have failed. I came to judge and I stayed for the snacks. I don't have the hat, but in my heart, I am wearing the hat. God bless the beaver.
Wow.
Coming from a Frenchman has a pretty big praise. Any comments, George?
No. I thoroughly listened and I thoroughly didn't understand what he was saying.
He said that I wanted to hate it as a Frenchman, but I ended up loving it.
What, the bathroom?
No, the gas station.
Oh, the gas station.
Buc-ee's. Yes. Planet of memes, absolutely never deleting this app. Senator Bernie Sanders, we must demand that the extremely wealthy pay their fair share, period. I keep forgetting that you're alive, Elon Musk. George, nothing?
I don't know.
All right, current time walk-ins. Jeffrey A. Tucker, you think they won't lock down again? This is a 2023 document, crazier than anything issued by Politburo at the height of the Soviet economic power. Is still prevailing policy. Is a 227-page of impossible to follow planning for a biologic emergency. Halfway through, you find full lockdowns. So this is a biological incident index to the response and recovery of federal interagency operational plan, Homeland Security, May 23rd, May 2023. And then you see the operational things. And then here you say lockdown, 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 closure, 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 closure. So they were planning for another lockdown if Biden had one, or Kamala.
Wow.
We would have been in another lockdown. The Vigilant Fox. It's hard to believe this ever made TV news, but a sleeping pill study found you are almost 5 times more likely to die prematurely if you pop the pills. At a certain dosage, 35% likely to get cancer. Let's hear it.
In health headlines now, many people use sleeping pills to get a good night's rest. But new research shows those pills may have a dark side. They could increase your risk of dying, even in small doses. Elena Gomez explains.
The hazard of dying.
Dr. Daniel Kripke is one of the leading researchers in the sleeping pill study. The study tracked over 10,000 people who were prescribed sleeping pills for 2.5 years.
You know what sleeping pills do? They stop our brain cells from firing. Well, maybe that puts us to sleep or helps us forget how poorly we sleep. But if you're driving a car, not having your brain cells working isn't good.
The study.
Why would you be driving an automobile or any heavy machinery on sleeping pills?
Yeah, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
This video's already lost credibility. Carlton Watkins, read this post and concentrate on this part. This cartel pipeline has successfully infiltrated custom terminals, local zoning offices, and law enforcement units. None of these operations can exist at scale without this being true. Can you understand this correct? Carmen Patriot Love, the FBI storms Georgia's drug agreement with Chinese supplier, 55 arrested, fentanyl pipeline cut off. What appears to be a standard Georgia's listed hub was actually the heart of Project Lawnman, a multi-billion-dollar fentanyl manufacturing factory designed to operate entirely on American soil. Federal agents discovered a terrifying, sophisticated infrastructure complete with industrial mixing equipment and 112 drums of precursor chemical hidden in plain sight with Atlanta's warehouse district. Investigators uncovered that this cartel pipeline has successfully infiltrated custom terminals, local zoning office, law enforcement unit to ensure its deadly supply chains remain invisible. Discover how this shadow system was engineered to replace legitimate industry and what happened when your local factory is actually a cartel headquarters.
Holy smokes.
Huh. Crazy. More 11. Drew is commenting about, it's funny how leftists argue that hosting a UFC in front of the White House is un-American when President Teddy Roosevelt went blind in his left eye after hosting a personal boxing match at the White House in 1905. How Colonel Roosevelt lost his eye. He got punched in the eye.
What an idiot.
Yeah. So, and with that, we are done for tonight. Yay. Thank you to Gap After Dark. George, what's your final thoughts?
Yep.
All right. Thank you to Lurkers and Bot. Thank you to everybody else. We'll see you tomorrow for more. Until then, bye.
I believe that together we can make America great again. I believe